Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Letterbox Podcast, the place where real people share the words they've carried, the stories they've lived, and the letters they've always wanted someone to hear. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you for being here. And if you're one of our regular listeners, welcome home. Today's letter is a little different. Mary, the writer, has directed her words to politicians past and present. The letter you're about to hear is both deeply personal and profoundly important. It tells the story of her son Daniel, whose life changed forever after a tragic medical event in childhood, and of the 44 years she has spent loving and caring for him. It's also the story of millions of underpaid carers who quietly hold families, communities, and our society together at an enormous personal cost. Mary has recently launched a petition calling for meaningful change for unpaid carers. The link to her Instagram page, where you'll find the petition, is in the show notes. If after hearing her words you feel moved to do so, we would be so grateful if you would consider signing it. It's a simple action that could help amplify a voice that deserves to be heard. Before I read you Mary's letter, I also need your help to help more people find out about the podcast and hear these letters. So please press the follow button wherever you are listening, and then share your favourite episode with someone who you think might like to listen. And now, with gratitude to Mary for her story and for doing all she can to raise awareness, let's read today's letter. To every politician, past and present, who could have made a difference, but has chosen to ignore the plight of unpaid carers. My son Daniel was born a healthy 9 pounds. He was my first baby. I was just 19 when he was born. When he was about 9 months old, he started losing weight. I was told he was just a faddy feeder and I was being an anxious first-time mum. I was sent away from both health visitors and later my then GP's office with the same conclusion. But both were wrong. Just after Daniel's first birthday, I decided to override these so-called experts and took him to A&E. After 5 days in hospital, his legs stopped working and a mass was found in his abdomen. A biopsy was carried out and they found a neuroblastoma, childhood cancer. This would have been bad enough, but he suffered lack of oxygen while they were doing the biopsy and he was severely brain damaged. But our lives changed that day. Daniel was changed beyond recognition. He could no longer even suck a bottle. His body was stiff as a board and contorted due to convulsions. He couldn't move any part of him voluntarily. We had an uphill battle, but with hours, weeks, months and years of physio, we now have a 44-year-old man who can bum shuffle around the floor independently. A man who can talk incessantly. Mostly, it's repetitive and a bit hard to understand, but it's always funny and mostly rude. He is such a character. Everybody loves him, and he's a big hit at the day centre he attends near our home in Enfield. They told us Daniel was blind 6 weeks after they brain damaged him. I was heartbroken for him and us. He uses a wheelchair while at the centre, but at home we have clear pathways, so he can bum shuffle from his room to the sitting room, so he has choice where he wants to be. He's not safe to leave alone, and I'm on duty all night for any personal care he might need. I care for 138 hours a week. The only time Daniel is out of my care is the 30 hours when he goes to the day centre. That's hours of 3 9-to-5 jobs. Carers allowance is £86.45 a week. Break that down into an hourly pay for what I do, it's 63p. You people can't call it a wage because then you'd have to at least pay the national living wage. The second I try to earn more than £204 a week, no matter how I do that, e.g. making stuff to sell on Etsy or holding a 2-hour painting class, DWP will strip me of my entire carer's allowance. This effective pay drops a wage of £205 to £118.55. Why do you want to keep us in poverty? This hasn't come about by accident. Somebody designed it this way. What kind of person does that? No other benefit has this cliff edge. PIP has no limit at all. Disabled people can earn any salary and keep their PIP. And rightly so. No other workforce is limited like us carers to how much we can earn. Did you know that when I get my state pension in 2 years, again, my carer's allowance will be stripped away from me, even though, as before, I will still be caring 138 hours a week? You didn't know? Well, shame on you. You should know. Us unpaid carers save the UK taxpayer £185 billion a year. That's another NHS. I can't understand how anyone thinks it is right or fair to treat us with such disdain. You all can go and get second and third jobs. Nobody is taking away from you except for tax. You call carer's allowance a basic benefit. And tell me, you can't have 2 basic benefits, state pension being another. Why don't you just change the category these benefits sit in, and then we won't be quids out when we try to get ahead? We are undervalued, underappreciated, and not recognised as assets to the economic or social workforce. Please do the decent thing. And when my government petition gets 100,000 signatures and gets in front of the House for debate, please vote to change the model it currently uses. This one is not fit for purpose in 2026. Sincerely, Mary Griffin Porter. Mary, thank you. Thank you for your courage, for your honesty, and allowing us to share not only your experience, but your unwavering love for Daniel. Your letter is a reminder that behind every statistic is a family, a lifetime of sacrifices, and her letter, directed to politicians, deserves to be seen. If her words resonated with you today, please do visit Mary's page in the show notes. It will also be linked on our Instagram page, and you'll find the petition she mentions in her letter. If you're able to, please do consider signing it. When I last spoke to Mary, she had just over 1,300 signatures. She has until the end of October to reach 100,000. She also told me that of the petitions that actually get through, she thought it might be 0.1 that actually get actioned. And those are the ones that have well over 100,000 signatures. If you're able to, please consider signing it. Every signature is another person saying, we've heard you and we believe this matters. Thank you for spending time with us and with Mary's story. Your willingness to listen is what gives these letters life beyond the page. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of one another, and keep finding the courage to say the things that matter.